uh, this one team would always would refer to their their captain just as a captain. They wouldn't use their name or anything.
How well do you
Kaiden.
know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission, but he has an impressive service.
And that's kind of
Over a
how they
dozen
sound
special
when they
commendations.
talk to her.
Tends to keep to himself, though.
Captain.
Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
An
What
L2.
does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
Complications?
What kind of complications?
Oh my god, it
Severe
got
mental
worse.
disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Kaiden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
I don't know what to do. Fuck. Microphone doesn't want to cooperate. We'll just, like, stick it up my nose. Hopefully that'll fix it. Okay.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I hate seeing it like this far up. Like this far up because I can see it in my peripheral vision. And it bothers me so much. Hello,
Glad to
Kaiden.
see you're okay, Commander.
What, you're not gonna talk to me? You
Glad to see
dick?
you're okay, Commander.
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
But when it's up, I like can breathe and not have to worry about it. So, nose breathing and stuff isn't a big deal. Let's go down. So yeah, I think this is the position I'm gonna need on my microphone. Which is upsetting, but it works. So this is where I can change my crew equipment. You can see I have 4 lockers here that aren't in use. They will be later. Oh, damn, that's nice. We'll equip that. We're also gonna equip this new scimitar. A heat sink? A heat sink would be really useful on a shotgun. And then armor piercing rounds, chemical rounds. I'm not gonna give him a better pistol because one of my teammates is actually gonna use a pistol. More than likely, anyway. Chances of them. I don't know what tech and biotic protection does. I guess it's damage protection, but for, like, biotics. Oh god, that looks terrible.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
Supplies.
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind.
Hey,
paying
you?
for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Licenses?
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
Manufacturers?
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
New
How
items?
often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased, but I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Let's
Show
see
me.
what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
So he's got like these really expensive things up here, which are Spectre gear. I don't know how he has those already. But this is the stuff I want right here. This right here, this you want to buy immediately, because that increases your med gel upgrade to 6, so now I can hold 6 med gels. I also want to get this, because that's more grenades. This shotgun would also be amazing, but that's 270,000 credits. So, we have now visited our requisitions officer. I'm gonna visit the engineering room. Hello, Adams. We're gonna head up to the bridge and then save and take our break. Cause it's 10 o'clock. The first day of Mass Effect is gonna be very chill. Tomorrow, cause we're gonna cast tomorrow. It'll be another makeup cast. And I don't know if I'll be making up yesterday's 3 hours I missed, but I want to try to. Anywho, we're gonna save. I'm gonna put the 3 hours into my cast miss thing and count it as a day I need to make up. But we'll see. So now we're gonna take our break. Nice. And this is really good, so I'm gonna keep this like this. Thank you for coming out. I hope you're enjoying the show. Hitting my microphone. We're getting into Mass Effect. We're heading to the Citadel next. We just finished the Eden Prime, which is kind of the tutorial. Really, the tutorial keeps going for a while until we leave the Citadel. But that's when the game really starts, and it opens up drastically at that point. There's no set path to go. You have about 3 or 4 main missions that you have to do, and you get to choose when and where you go to each spot and what time you do it. So it's really open to what you want to do. And I like doing the side stuff, so we'll probably be doing a lot of side stuff in between or before. which means I won't be using one of the teammates I want to be using. But chances are the team that I'm going to be using will grow on me, and then we'll just use that team for the whole game. So 3 to 5 minutes. We'll be right back, and we'll finish up in the Normandy, like our first chance getting all the codexes we can in the Normandy, and then moving into the Citadel. So, don't go away. We are back. How's it going? Let's just get right back into the game because I really want to just play right now. And yeah. Really interested in just playing. Only the commanding officer may specify a destination.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the road.
He's just one man. And he was green. He was literally green. Like his body was green. Does that make sense?
Good
Hi,
timing,
Joker.
Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
So we're getting our first look at the use of a mass relay. Well, our first real look at it. And then our first actual look at the Citadel in all of its glory. And I always take for granted how amazing the Citadel really is. But the first time I saw it,
Size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
it blew my mind.
Why so
Also
touchy,
this.
Joker?
I'm just saying, you need firepower too.
The fucking
Look at that
sperm
monster.
whale
Its main gun
of
can rip through
spaceships.
barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy.
And you get a look at a bunch of different
Begin your approach.
ship designs,
Transferring you to
etc.
Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance
Which is
Tower,
pretty cool.
Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to dock 422.
Now we've landed on one of the arms of the Citadel, essentially.
If the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action.
You don't get to make demands of a council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain
Fucking
Anderson, I see
Udina.
you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime.
God, I hate
In
that
case you
armor.
had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
He's dangerous.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. He needs to be stopped. The council has to listen to us.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing.
Captain.
Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
This is my favorite Citadel, by the way. The original Mass Effect Citadel, because you get to explore a lot more of the Citadel in this one. They streamlined a lot of it in 2 and 3. They aren't terrible, but they aren't like amazing either. Like, but it makes sense in 2 because you're not supposed to be at the Citadel. Like, Captain Hendricks reported some unusual energy readings during a patrol of the Argos Row cluster. She had particular concerns about the Hydra system, but was recalled before her team could investigate further. No patrols are scheduled for that sector. Do we want to send in a recon team? So I think that gave me a side mission. Unusual readings. To go investigate the Hydra system in the Argus Row cluster. Which is cool. So yeah, this is Udina's office. The Earth Ambassador. Up here is another office.
I understand what you're saying, but these allegations are very serious. I can't just... This is serious. My reputation is at stake. I spoke with the consort in confidence.
I spoke with the consort in confidence. Hello, sir.
Hello there, human. Sincere apology.
I love the Alcors.
I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
Because of the way they talk, like, I wonder if they ever lie. Since they, like, use emotions to, or descriptors for emotions to, like, input inflection and tone and, like, feeling into their words, since all the other races see them as, like, monotone, and it's hard to, like, get their real feeling behind their words. And I like that about this race. It's actually really cool. What's wrong?
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one.
I also really like a four-legged like non-type intelligent species that's made it up to like this level. Even if they're not like console level, they're still pretty high up, enough to at least be able to travel to the Citadel, which is really cool, and even have an ambassador. What happened?
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say,
oh really?
She has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where is she?
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot.
There's a hole in my
Good day.
pants. I don't like that. Hello, Colin.
Greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
So the game just crashed, and this is a common problem for Mass Effect 1 when you're playing on PC. So I'm gonna get the game started again, and we can have this music while I'm getting it going. At least until right now. Yeah. I don't know how much of the... where I autosaved, or if it even autosaved, so there might be some dialogue skipping. And the game is lagging. That's awesome. Oh, there we go. Autosave, and the save is further over. I think I saved right before I decrypted the thingy. I saved in here? I saved in here. I saved in here. Okay.
Hello there, human.
What's wrong?
You seem distressed.
We're just gonna skip through this again.
I cannot speak more.
Where can I find
She
this?
is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day.
I normally don't deal with the game crashing. It might be because I'm streaming it this time.
Human, it is always good. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Your speech.
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
I love the Elcor.
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Tell me about the history and origins of the Elcor.
The Elcor were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
I like that.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups. Though we are always welcoming to outsiders, our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
Sounds like our people.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
I should
Goodbye,
go.
Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
Hello, Din.
Earth Clan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, Earth Clan?
Why so
You
cranky?
seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
That is contradictory. If you're able to own 10 times more than you used to, you have a lot of what you say in Volus space, in Citadel space, because you own a large portion of it now.
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
You're so mean.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, Earth Clan.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy.
So you can kind of equate the Volus to the Ferengi, if you're a Star Trek fan.
And our many contributions to galactic society,
Just not
we still do not hold a seat on the
with the
council.
crazy culture.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
Sounds a lot like Ferengi.
What is it you do here?
Just without the misogynism and
interests of the Volus people.
the high value of greed over everything else.
By the council.
Chastising rebuke, Den. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The Earth Clan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Why aren't the Volus or Elcor part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the Earth Clans, it would seem.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
Maybe it's because you're not as ambitious and you don't offer as much as you should.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, good.
So you really aren't worthy. And if they all act like you, I wouldn't want you to be on the council either.
Day, Earth Clan.
Because you seem very selfish. Just saying. Since I only have, wow, look at that armor. Since I have all the human characters already, I might as well, like, equip them in the armors. Welcome to the Presidium. I like hate when my mouse appears on the screen. And I don't really know why it does that. Well, I know why it does it. I just don't like it.
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
Hey look, I leveled up. An interesting way to level up. We're gonna put a point into first aid, a point into charm, and a point into shotguns. Because I want to be charming. I like diplomatic solutions. It makes it easier to get my Paragon up. Even if it means sacrificing some of my power in order to do so. Like some of my combat power early in the game. Which is fine with me.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
Now here's an asshole. Executor Palin. He's the CSEC officer. Diplomatic advisory warning. The following message was transmitted from an untraceable account to multiple recipients across the extranet. Further monitoring of the situation is warranted. My fellow biotic, you have been selected to receive this transmission because of our shared plight. Few understand us. Few tolerate it. We must stand together. We must build our own world. Come, join us in the Hawking at a cluster. Only as one body can we right the wrongs done to our kind. So that's another side quest that we'll be doing. That's actually one I remember, which is kind of funny, actually. We're gonna save incredibly often because of the crash, and there's several chances of that happening over and 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 over again.
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
Who are you?
Have we met before?
No, but I know you well enough. I'm Executor Palin, head of CSEC. It's my job to know when someone like you arrives on the Citadel. Was there something you needed, Commander?
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being...
It's funny.
The Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet. That's their...
Because if you've noticed,
Tell me about your investigation into Saren.
Sorry, Commander.
they're portraying the Turians as fairly xenophobic, but not to a point where they would be aggressive towards them.
What do you know about the Spectres?
But they are portraying them as distrustful of other species, at least initially.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law.
And that's exactly what a police officer should say. Like, vigilantes, no. You gotta follow the book because that's why the book is there. That's how a CSEC officer should behave themselves.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye. We didn't pick any of the renegade options because, you know, renegade options. You enjoy that haircut, sir?
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
You don't look busy.
What do you want? Oh, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
Relax, Private. This isn't an inspection.
Right, sorry. What can I do for you, Commander?
Consort?
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
You never went to see her, did you, Fredericks?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Where is she?
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will. Have fun, that is.
No, get into trouble. You wanna get into trouble. Need it. Have to have it. I demand you get into trouble right now! Ow! You can't see my mouse. I just realized that. So, like, my menuing probably looks a little confusing. But that's okay, honestly, because, like, you don't need to see my mouse. And it's better that way, because then you don't have to, like, watch when I complain about my mouse. Like, when I pull my gun out randomly, it's because I'm getting rid of my mouse after going into the menu. Why not?
What have you got?
Information, mostly. Would you like to know about some points of interest nearby?
Fill me in.
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies, not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium, and Shaira's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will. If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment, I'd try Flux or Cora's Den.
What is Shaira's?
The consort, she entertains clients who can afford her services. Most of the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman, but also very respected.
Tell me about Flux and Cora's Den.
Well, Flux has gambling and dancing, certainly more lively than this place. Cora's Den, on the other hand, well, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier, all at the same time.
That sounds like a place to go.
Goodbye.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
I don't want to have a pleasant day. Fuck you.
This place
Wait,
seems
what?
strange. Wish there were more humans around.
That is racist, and you should feel bad, sir. Or speciest? Fuck. Terminology.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
Hello, madam.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
Commander?
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
Personal
What's your
question.
name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
Busy?
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you're at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
Avina?
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
So let's go talk to Avina, because Avina's cool.
Allow me to be your guide.
First we're gonna save, because who knows? Who knows? Like, who knows what? I don't know, but we will know. And I'm just blathering, so, you know.
Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel space station.
Are you
So
real?
are you a person or a program?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous
Shirt is
guidance at
itching me.
predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Sounds
Give me the
interesting.
tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters.
You're smart.
On the far end of this level,
I
you
like
can see
you.
the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
I
CSEC.
want to know more about Citadel security.
Citadel Security serves as law enforcement for all regions of the Citadel, though the majority of officers serve in the wards. Executor Palin, a Turian, is the current head of CSEC, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him. If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is located in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
The
Tell me
embassies?
about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics
Only if they're
maintains an
important
embassy
enough.
on the Presidium.
So the
The Volus
Hanar,
were the first non-council species to be granted an
the
embassy,
Batarians,
roughly 2,384 galactic standard years ago.
which
As
we'll
Citadel
get to
space
see a
expanded,
Hanar in a minute.
more embassies have been added. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
Why was humanity opposed?
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
What do you
Do
think?
you agree with their decision?
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
Why were the Volus
How come the
first?
Volus were the first species given an embassy?
In the early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asari and Solarians, the most populous and widespread species in Citadel space. They established many new colonies and trading outposts, and they petitioned the Council for a greater role in determining interstellar policy. In recognition of their work to expand interstellar trade and establish a standardized galactic economy, the Volus were granted an embassy here on the Citadel.
Just an embassy?
Why weren't they made a council race?
The Council races have extensive responsibilities. They must provide personnel and ships for the Citadel fleets. They often provide economic aid in times of disaster. It would be unfair to demand such an enormous burden of a species unable to meet these obligations. The embassies allow lesser species to have a voice on the Citadel.
Lesser species?
That's pretty damn arrogant.
I apologize if my personality has offended you. Please submit all formal complaints in writing to the Citadel Tourist and Visitor Board.
Spectres.
Do you know anything about specters?
The term Spectre is derived from the branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council. Their primary
This is a lot of
preserving
information,
galactic
so if you really
stability
want
and
plot
resolving
dump, like
volatile
story
situations
dump, so that you
cannot
can
be
really get
handled
into the
through
story
normal political channels.
right
In this
away
role, they are
and
granted
care about all these
extraterritorial
races,
rights and
this is
jurisdictions.
one of the best ways to do
Spectres
it.
answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
Because it gives a deeper understanding to a lot of things.
What can you tell me about the Citadel Council?
Originally, the Council consisted of representatives from the Asari and Salarians, the two dominant species in Citadel space. Roughly 1,304 galactic standard years ago, Turians were invited to join the Council in recognition of the role they played during the Krogan Rebellion. Since then, the three Council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful coexistence of the galactic community.
As you can
while
see, the
preserving
Turians were kind
individual
of...
autonomy for each species.
Hey, how's it going? This is Mass Effect. It's
It can't be as simple as that. There must be problems.
sci-fi oriented
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified
third-person
judgment.
shooter
My code is limited to
with a lot of
information
RPG
and simple
elements.
interaction simulations.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using
But the story depends on which game you're playing.
Ina, please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
This game, the basic story is we're trying to stop a Spectre, which is kind of like the Section 31, the guys who operate above the law. He's a rogue Spectre named Saren, and that's like the basic gist of the story. There's a lot more going on, but that goes into like setting up for the entire series, and yeah, it's a great series if you like sci-fi at all, or BioWare games like Knights of the Old Republic, Dragon Age, etc. If you like anything BioWare, there's a good chance you'll like Mass Effect, unless you're not into like third-person or first-person shooters, which is a possibility, but yeah, because I'm not huge into like first-person shooters or third-person shooters, but there are several I will play and enjoy. They're usually like RPG oriented though. Hi, Nelina.
Welcome. I am Nelina. I don't recognize you as one of our expected clients today. Would you like me to see when the consort will be able to meet with you?
I would recommend like trying one of them out. If you like shooter games, I'd recommend Mass Effect first because it's got a really complete trilogy. In my opinion, it's my favorite BioWare series. Dragon Age Origins is also really good if you like strategy-oriented RPGs, and same with the Knights of the Old Republic game, which is a Star Wars game, which is kind of how they got started. But yeah, I need an appointment.
Can't I just go in?
I'm afraid not. Yeah, you
That's
must
nice,
understand
man.
there are many who seek the
It's
consort
cool that you're gonna
services.
just like
But if you wish to leave your name,
listen in.
she'll make every effort to meet with you.
All right, personal
What do you
questions.
do here, Nelina?
What do you
I'm
do?
one of the consort's acolytes. Many of the people here today will not see the consort, but they expect to be attended to just the same. It's our job to ensure that they leave contented.
How?
What exactly do you attend to?
Oh yeah, Knights of the Republic was huge, and I had no idea. I didn't know anything about it.
Some soothe with song, others with conversation. as much as possible.
Someone got me into Knights of the Old Republic after I had already played Dragon Age. He was like, "You've never played this? Seriously? I'm giving you this now. Play it right now."
And relieve it.
And then I played the Mass Effect series, which is my favorite. But they've had a lot of time to like perfect their craft. So the BioWare is really good at telling the story they want to tell, typically, even with EA in the background. "Yeah, you have this much time to do it." Sounds interesting. Oh fuck, damn it! Sounds interesting.
I'd like to try out your services.
Excellent. I'll add you to our client list. We should be in 3 or 4 months.
Are you serious?
Nobody's worth that much of a wait.
Well, that's not for me to judge. I have your name and you'll be contacted. Is there anything else?
But I mean, honestly, that just goes to show how good BioWare can be. Because even with like a big publisher like EA in the background calling the shots, they're still able to put out games that you can love if you're into like their story telling style, no matter what. Like even with EA's like time constraints, it's kind of like anybody who has to work with Activision and stuff like that. Consort.
What is the consort? What does she do?
It's difficult to explain. She's many things to many people, and something different for each.
But
some seek her for advice.
I love
some
that
for
like thought
entertainment.
process where like
Others
EA is
for
just like this one guy with like
Most of the
strings,
time,
and he's
our
like,
clients won't realize what they were seeking until
Maxie
after
here is
she's
gonna make
provided
more
for
Sims
them.
games. Ah. Come on, DICE, make them Battlefield games. Money, 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 money. Is she
You
mystical?
make her sound like some kind of oracle.
And now like
not
just
in the
picturing
usual sense.
EA
She's
the
merely a
puppet
woman,
master.
a woman with
But
remarkable
it's got no
compassion
face,
and
it's just like
generous spirit. I suggest
the
you maybe
EA
look at it
logo
and see
is
for
the
yourself.
head, and then there's just like this big crazy body. Goodbye.
I'm done here.
Oh, well, I hope you'll return again in the future. We always enjoy seeing new clients.
Nelina,
Yes, Shaira?
send the commander up to see me. I wish to speak with him.
Speaking of EA,
Yes, of course, mistress.
I still have to play Dragon Age 2. It's gotten so much shit that I'm sure it can't live up to how much people say it's awful.
It appears the consort has taken notice
So
of you.
I expect I'll
She'd
like
to
it.
meet with you now.
I doubt I'll like it as much as Dragon Age Origins, though. Sure.
Where do I go?
Just head upstairs. She'll be waiting for you.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, I understand the position the developers and the publishers are in, really, because Ubisoft is the same way.
Welcome. It is a
But I mean, they're typically really good about not fucking with the developers' like creative freedoms, which is the important thing. The timelines, like the deadlines, I understand. Like they need this shit out, and it sucks for the developers, but I can kind of get it. I hate it, but I can kind of get it. But once they start like limiting what those creators can do, which is something I've loved about EA with BioWare, because they've never been like on a, well, you can't have like gays and lesbians in this game, it'll offend people and stuff like that. They've never really done that. Once they start doing that, that's when I'd start having problems, and that, yeah. As much shit as EA and Activision and Ubisoft and all those guys get,
Things about you since your arrival here in our citadel.
who are you?
What exactly do you do?
That depends on
I don't
you.
really have a hatred
offer advice
towards
and
any of them. Like,
comfort to others.
some disappointment,
I have a problem that could use your expertise.
but I've never really been so disappointed that I'd go on a rant about how much these publishers suck. Tell me about
Maybe
it.
I can help.
I have a friend, Septimus, A retired Turian general. I won't discuss the details, but he wanted me to be more than I could be. We had a falling out. Now he spends his days in Korra's den, drinking and spreading lies about me. If you would speak
Oh
to
yeah,
him as a
but
fellow
Blizzard sort
I
of
believe
handles
he'll
their own
listen to you
shit.
and let the matter be.
I know Activision's probably in the background making some of the decisions.
What happened between you?
I respect his privacy too.
Well, they
much to
can
go
milk
into
Call of
detail.
Duty forever. And
If he wishes
probably
to tell me
WoW
what
too.
happened, that is
Maybe
his
not in the current carnation WoW is in, but they could just like make a WoW 2 and call it something else, and it would still go on forever. Because as long as it feels WoW, even if it looks better, people will still be like, I like WoW, let's play this.
What exactly do you want me to tell him?
Appeal to his sense of
But
honor.
yeah.
Remind him of his position as a general. If you can convince him to stop spreading lies about me, I would be very grateful.
But you can tell that like Activision's taking a bigger part in Blizzard's decision making because they've added like microtransactions and a lot of ridiculous shit to WoW. And that's a little disappointing. Most of it doesn't bother me, but it is a little disappointing.
I have to admit I'm a little nervous.
That's understandable.
Because I understand they're big companies and they gotta keep the money flowing. And I would still play WoW if I could, but because I just love the setting of WoW. Like, there's never been a setting I didn't like. But I'm kind of like, because I can't play WoW, I'm like slowly, even though it's not of my own will, slowly weaning myself off of MMOs, which is a good thing. Hey look, it's a Hanar. A Hanar. Hi Hanar.
Ah, human. This one is greatly...
So the Hanar are kind of like the Elcor. They don't have like opposable thumbs and things. They're a very religious group of aliens, which is interesting.
This one's face name is Delaninder.
And it affects like how they talk and stuff. Like they refer to themselves in the third person and stuff like that. Your speech.
Why do you refer to yourself as this one and it?
For the same reason that humans are so inquisitive. It is part of our culture. Specifically, Hanar only refer to themselves in the first person with family, or
which is kind of interesting.
And we rarely do so with other species. It is just our way.
What exactly do you sell?
Only the finest and most luxurious items that credits can buy. This one is able to procure almost any item the human would desire, for a price, naturally.
For a price, naturally.
I'd like to see these rare and wonderful items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
Like, the Hanar come off so creepy to me because not only are they talking in third person, but that voice just fits so well, so it's like, this one would be pleased to do so. It's like, what are you doing? I don't want to go to the back alley. So these are non-human armors, all Turian and Krogan stuff, because we're gonna, which is spoilers, that we will have a Turian and Krogan in our group, or can have them anyway. Because with the exception with Caden and Ashley, everyone is optional. You don't have to recruit anybody, which is cool. Not necessarily very useful though. I don't know, like, I don't know if I want to sell anything. Like, I'd rather probably break it down. This armor bothers me so much. It looks so weird. That looks like a chest. I like the keepers. Like these things. Because they just sit there working on their consoles that only the keepers can use. And they never talk to us. When we try to touch them, the hologram tells us not to disturb the keepers. Nobody really knows what they're doing. But they do it forever. That is their way.
What's this? One of the Earth Clan. Ah, a very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shepherd. It is a great honor to welcome the heroes of the Blitz.
Who are you and why do you know me?
You've got me at a disadvantage here.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barla Vaughn. My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed.
What does that mean?
I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
I don't want you to do that.
Tell me more about your job.
Galactic finance is incredibly complex. A mix of laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar economies.
That would sound really
I'm an
confusing.
expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise. I also offer premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my motto.
That doesn't sound like it's your official job.
Sounds pretty shady.
Everything I do falls completely within the bounds of interstellar commerce law. Even so, many of my clients would prefer their transactions remain undisclosed. For example, suppose a Hanar ambassador was petitioning the council to reduce tariffs on Hanar goods. How would it look if he had money invested in a Hanar exporting company? Even if his true motives were to help his people, he would be accused of advancing the petition for his own personal gain. I can keep his personal finances private.
I don't buy that.
Still sounds shady to me.
Then we can only hope you will never be cursed with a large enough fortune to require my services.
That sounds like an insult, sir, and I take offense. Are you saying I'll never be rich?
What's it like living here on the Citadel?
The station is without a doubt the greatest wonder in the galaxy. It is a technological marvel, but its true splendor
I want to
goes
shoot this
much
guy in the
deeper than
face.
hull and engines. From the Presidium to the wards, the
But I'm
entire
playing a
station
good
is
guy, so I
testament to
can't
the
do that.
success of the Council. All the species of Citadel spaced together in a single strong community.
Tell me about the Presidium.
What makes the Presidium so special?
It is the political center of Citadel space. 80% of all intelligent species in the known galaxy acknowledge the Council.
But what about the
authority
unknown
in
galaxy?
interstellar
What about the
matters.
places we haven't
Only the most
explored?
powerful and influential species have embassies.
What is the
here at
percentage of
Presidium.
that? Can you
This
give me an
level of the
estimate?
station is reserved for the elite, Shepard. People like us.
I actually don't know how much of the galaxy is actually explored in this universe. And that kind of bothers me now that I think about it. Tell me about the wards.
Like?
The cultural heart of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens from dozens of different species. You never know what you'll find down in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises. Fortunately, most of them are pleasant.
Am I gonna find a piece of candy? I would like a piece of candy. Maybe a trail. As long as it doesn't lead to a box. I don't want that happening again. But I'll see you around, Mr. Vaughn.
Goodbye, Commander.
The ward sounds pretty shady. And that's why we should go there at some point. But for now... Aw, Fishman isn't here right now. There are the wards, but I can't go to the wards yet. They won't let me into the wards until I've gone to the Citadel Tower to continue the story. And that's a statue of a mass relay.
What's it doing?
Please do not disturb the keepers.
But I want to touch it.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
I want to touch it though. Oh, it won't let me shoot the keeper. That's not nice. Why can't I touch it? This is just a bridge back over there. Okay, I guess we're going up the tower then. Oh, it's almost 11. I didn't even notice. I've actually been having a lot of fun in the tower, in the Presidium. So, talking to all the people, stuff like that. I like her armor.
The council isn't going to ask me any questions, are they?
I doubt it.
It looks all like Batman.
We just have to trust Ambassador Udina.
No, we don't, sir.
I agree. We shouldn't trust politicians. Hey, Caden. Hey, Caden. You should shave that. You should shave that. Well, we're gonna take our break right now because, yeah, it's almost 11, so we'll get the break in real quick. And then we'll do the thing. Let's find a good song. Thank you for coming out. I hope you're enjoying the show. We just finished running around the Presidium and acting like an idiot. So, we're continuing the story, going to, present. We're gonna prevent our case. We're presenting our case to the council when we come back as to how we didn't fuck up at Eden Prime. So in 3 to 5 minutes I'll be back and we'll do that, and then we'll continue with the game. Don't go away. We are back to the Darksiders, apparently. This is a game I should probably play on cast at some point, but Jinjo! Another game I should play on cast at some point. So yeah, just a break for me to refill my drink and use the facilities. And stretch my legs because I'm a bum and I need to stretch my legs. Alright. Put your pistol down, sir. We are in a city.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
I love Turians because they've got scouters.
I was the officer
That's such a weird, like,
investigation into Saren.
shallow reason to love the Turians, but I like their scouters. You don't like Saren.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified. I can't find any hard evidence.
I think the council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll
Why
listen
would
to
you say that, Caden? I really wanted to talk to Garrus. Garrus is cool. You should never open your mouth again. No, I'm sorry. You can talk. But don't talk when Garrus is talking. That's all I add. Keith!
The hearing's already
Mr.
started.
David! Thank you! Yeah.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren.
And here's a hologram of the asshole
Citadel security
Saren.
turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
I would never let the bacon get destroyed. I like bacon.
You're the one who destroyed the beacon. Then you tried to cover it up.
Shift the blame to cover your own failures. Just like Captain...
It's just going to be the running thing. The beacon is now the bacon.
From a human.
Insults? Typical.
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not
That
ready to join the council.
is specious and xenophobic.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting
Thank
has
you,
no purpose.
Mr. Sorry
Humans are
Counselor.
wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
Saren's hiding behind his position as a Spectre. You need to open your eyes.
What we need is evidence. So far, we've seen nothing.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams to evidence now?
Yes.
How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You won't
You've
see
made
the truth.
decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
As shitty as this is, they do kind of have nothing else to be able to say, because we didn't exactly offer them anything in terms of evidence.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the
I
council
want to
question
know
your
this
motives.
history.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason: to exterminate the entire human race.
What
Every colony
what does
we have
Keith
is
David
raised.
have to do
Every
with
world we
Saren?
control is in
I need
danger.
to know.
Even Earth isn't safe.
Is Saren about to kick ass and chew bubblegum? Which is a reference to a movie I've never actually watched. I've watched a lot of clips of it though. How do you know
Tell me
Saren?
about this history between
I
you
need
and
to
Saren.
watch that movie.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago.
Just because I've like heard so many
We shouldn't talk about this.
like one-liners
I know
from
what
it.
he's like, and he has to be stopped.
Now
What's
what?
our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing.
And I
with the
can't
executive.
remember the name.
That's right. He
Yeah,
was
yeah, and he's all out of gum.
report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Okay. So essentially, I just compared Saren to Roddy Piper, but no buts. He is now Roddy Piper. I'll talk
Any
to
idea
him.
where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore
Like I
anything
know
we do. Shepard will handle this.
the Duke's version of the saying, but I like Roddy's better because it sounds so awkward when he says it. The captain deserves better.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business.
Which-
Captain, meet me in my office later.
I've never played a Duke Nukem game.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the ward.
I never got the ability to when I was younger. I really need to do that. Any other
Maybe there's another
leads?
way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
What about you and
Saren have
Saren?
a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
So would I? No, I wouldn't. He's a
Killing innocents
monster.
doesn't end wars. It causes them.
If I was
I know
doing a
how the world
Renegade
works.
playthrough, I would.
Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions. But only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Yeah, I never got a chance to touch either of them when I was younger. I've been able to play the original Doom recently because I've found a essentially a Doom pack with a bunch of Doom hacks and stuff in it with the first 3 Dooms, and they're fun. But I've never touched a Duke Nukem game, and I really should. Council and the
Our
Ambassador.
ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The Ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
Too independent.
Maybe they'd let us join the council if we were more willing to cooperate with the other species.
Of course they would. If we did everything they told us to, they'd love to have us on the council. But it wouldn't be much of a deal for us. I understand their side. They don't want us dominating the council. It's founded on cooperation and alliances. But we have to look out for our own interests too.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
Why protect?
The guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut
I'm like
loose a long
stuck
time
on
ago.
his face because he like keeps doing this and this while he's talking. And I don't think like a captain would do that. Like while they're talking to their commanding officer, their commander, their XO, their number one.
We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting.
I couldn't see Picard doing this to Riker. Ah, yes, number one. I want you to... No, I don't think he would do that.
I want to know more about the
Spectres.
Spectres.
But I think it's just his model. Like his face was designed with the top half like slanted back. So it looks funny.
They take care of problems the council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across the entire galaxy. The council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation.
Oh yeah, like without I haven't played Chrono Trigger yet, and when I finally play it on cast, it will be my my first Chrono Trigger playthrough. It'll be a blind playthrough. I know nothing about the game, and I'm excited. Super Mario RPG though, if it wasn't for that and then Final Fantasy VII, I have no idea where my taste in games would have went. How are they
How do
chosen?
decide who becomes a Spectre?
Yeah, Star Trek references, man.
There's no training program.
I still haven't finished Voyager or Enterprise, but
The council's always
I really enjoyed Next Generation, and I enjoyed Deep Space Nine more than I thought I would. So, like, I love the Star Trek references.
They see something in you. They want you on their side.
And I used to hear them all the time, and like, no idea, they'd go right past me. Like, the reference to the scene where Data is like drinking something, like, I hate this. More? Yes, please. I used to hear that all the time. Just right past me. Because I had no idea. Then I watched it in recent times for the first time, and it was...
But the council couldn't do its job without
It was interesting getting into Star Trek, like, so much further after it came out.
The entire galaxy respects
But,
and fears them.
I'd always been turned off, because I've seen Shatner nowadays. And, like, that's, like, been the number one reason why I was always turned off to Star Trek. Because if I had ever gotten into Star Trek, it would have to start with where it began. And present-day Shatner was a big turn-off to ever wanting to go back to Shatner in his prime. And eventually I just decided why not.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game, and the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always
So this is a lot of information. Like, if you're not interested in all the backstory, you can go right through this.
He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just
But it gives backstory into Saren, it gives backstory into how the council picks Spectres, it gives backstory into like the Shadow Broker, etc. So it's not bad to look into it if you're interested in that type of thing. I haven't heard all this in a long time. Like, the last time I listened to all this was the first time I played the game. So it's interesting to hear all this stuff again.
Ambassadors, diplomats, specters. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
Okay, goodbye.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard.
So
I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything.
we have a choice between one main quest or the other. We can either go the Shadow Broker route and find a lead that way to expose Saren, or we can go to Garrus to try and expose Saren. Oh yeah, I like the original series, but the third season kind of on and off, especially that last episode. Every time I think about that last episode, I have to like But then Next Generation came on, which had such an amazing cast for the senior officers, and it made me so happy watching that afterwards, because it was really, really nice. They're both good series, but that last episode's writing just hurt my brain in the original series. Neither route is harder because they both end up in the same section. It's just a story aspect. So yeah. I've gone the Shadow Broker route the last 2 runs, so we're gonna go the Garrus route. Yeah, and honestly, the Next Generation is a better series overall in terms of quality, casting, and writing. But the original series is where it started, so it does have a lot of merit.
That guy's up to something. What?
No, I wasn't. Never mind.
Why are you so quiet, sir?
Yes, is there something you want?
Following the Keepers?
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the keep...
Don't get coy. I know what I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
Why not?
We're just talking. Is there something wrong with that?
Just listen to the soothing sounds of my voice.
I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why the lies?
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers.
I like how Shepard
really
talks.
think
It's just
my
like,
scanning disturbs
eyebrows up,
them,
eyebrows
but
down,
the authorities
up,
might
down, up,
disagree.
down, up, down.
I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
Let me help.
you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I don't even know who you are.
I'm with the
Commander
Alliance.
Shepard, with the Alliance military.
Well, I suppose I could use the help. You'll need this. It's the scanning device I developed. Activate it each time you see a Keeper. All collected data will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
Why are you doing
What are you
this?
doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Trying to learn whatever I can about the Keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so little about them. I'm a scientist. I want to know what makes them tick.
Okay.
We should get going then.
Yes, I have much work myself. So long, and good luck with the scanning.
Please don't disturb the Keepers. Yeah, I get to touch the Keepers. So this is a side quest. There are 21 Keepers in the Citadel, and I need to scan them all to finish the quest.
No, I'm... Commander?
Commander? Well, fuck. And each time I scan one, I get some money and some credits. So that's cool. Good luck with the scanning. Oh yeah. I wonder if I could use that scanner for other purposes. Unfortunately, it won't let me, which is upsetting. That would be like the perfect renegade option. What are you doing with that? No. No. I'm gonna have to call security if you don't take that out of my clothes. What?
I bet all these staircases aren't just for show. They make for good...
Don't be ridiculous.
Why didn't you call security before that point?
I'm not so sure. The humans are making a strong push. And you...
I like this fountain. I never really look at this fountain. Yes. It's a shame they kind of remove elevator time in the second and third Mass Effects. Because elevator time was the time where you get to listen to your squad just say random shit or talk to each other.
I can't believe the Council ignored all the evidence against Saren.
Saren's one of their best operatives. It's only natural they'd take his word.
Hey Kaiden. You should shave your sideburns.
Chase leads while this smug Turian runs around with his Geth troopers.
That's politics, Chief.
I hate politics.
Or grow them out. Just become the Amish man. Or, like, massive beard man. I think you'd look good with a beard, Kaiden. Okay, we can leave. I've got to go to the wards to, scan this keeper.
Please do not disturb the keeper.
To visit Harkin. And find out where Garrus is.
You're not allowed in here.
It's a jellyfish.
This one believes it has the right to move freely through this area.
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
Maybe it is.
You should be more tolerant. It's just trying to express its beliefs.
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
Rules of
So
permit.
if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to preach?
No. Registered evangelicals must follow regulations. There are specific areas where preaching is legal. Failure to follow the regulations...
There are specific areas where you can talk about your gods. Reason for the permit?
Behind the evangelical permits.
Forcing religious evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out undesirables. It keeps the area safe. The Citadel is too
That sounds...
for a religious war.
That sounds, yeah. But I do understand, so let me talk
If you'd
to him.
like, I could talk to the Hanar for you.
I have argued with the stubborn jelly all afternoon. You are certainly welcome to try.
He is a Hanar, sir. He is not a jelly.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers?
Even though I just called him a jellyfish. That's okay. Having
Why
trouble.
is the CSEC officer harassing you?
The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers.
This isn't the
Is this
way.
really how you want to represent the Enkindlers?
The truth of the Enkindlers must be made known. They gave the Hanar language, and gave the universe the mass relays. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
I have a Paragon option. Now, you'll see these three options here. One is blue and one is grayed out. This grayed out one would normally be red if I have enough Renegade to do it, because that would be a Renegade option for like the asshole or the dick or the bad guy. And the Paragons are like the good guy, like holier than thou type pathways. This is unworthy of you.
The Enkindlers would want you to use this gift of consciousness?
The Enkindlers would wish for their message to be spread to all sentient races.
They wouldn't want this.
The Enkindlers wouldn't wish
They
their
didn't
message
ask
to be
for
spread
this.
by breaking society's laws.
That's another game I need to play.
This one hears wisdom. Perhaps enthusiasm.
Deus Ex Human Revelation. I never played the first Deus Ex either.
This one departs now. And
But I
will
don't
intrude
own the
upon
first Deus Ex. I
Presidium
own
again.
Human Revolution. Eventually I'll have to play that. And that would be a blind playthrough.
I see the Hanar is left. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Happy to help. Here, for your assistance in this matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should report to my superiors.
I've got a friend who, like, reaches the praises of Deus Ex Human Revolution, and I gave it Deus Ex is a first-person shooter. I don't know the story behind the original Deus Ex that like moves into Human Revolution, but essentially it deals with like cybernetically enhanced people or augmented people. Or I don't know if it's cybernetics or like biological enhancements, but essentially it deals with enhancements and like shit like that. Like you're playing an enhanced human being. I don't know the rest of the story beyond that though. And that's a good thing because I do plan on eventually playing Human Revolution. It's just the first time I tried it, which was a long time ago. The first person controls felt really floaty. Because I'm not used to like well, for like more realistic first-person shooters, I'm used to really old ones, so I don't know if they were floatier than normal or if they were, because they were in between like Borderlands and like old Call of Duties, which I've only played one Call of Duty, and that was World at War. And I've never touched one since then. And I don't know why I played that game, to be perfectly honest. I played it at the same time I had something else I played, and I don't remember what that was. I think it was Gears of War, which I only played in a group co-op. I'm not big on like modern FPS games, like games set in modern or previous eras, like Call of Duty games. I tried Mafia and I couldn't get into it enough to finish it. There's a keeper down here. Well, Mafia 2. I'm usually not all that interested in like Grand Theft Auto games, stuff like that. Well, I didn't play the first Gears of War. I played Gears of War 2. I've heard the 2 is disappointing in comparison to 1, but I enjoyed it as a co-op game. I wouldn't have played it solo, because the story was a little slightly confusing without knowing what happened in 1, or knowing who the fucking the I think they're called the Locusts, like what your enemies were. It'd be kind of like getting into Halo without like understanding any of it, which I've never actually played through Halo. I've played Halo 3, but I've never played through the Halo series either. I should probably play 1 and 2 since I've heard a lot of like decent things about those two games. I've heard good things about Halo 2. So, there is a common glitch with this game where one of the keepers will just spawn under the floor. So our friend right here, who's supposed to be sitting right here playing with this monitor, like all cute and keeperish, he's sitting right under this floor. And the only way to fix it is to like reload the game or leave and come back and hope he's over the floor. But yeah. In order for me to finish this quest now, this side quest, I have to get that guy to not be glitched and spawn on the floor. I played a little bit of Halo 3. I never got to get through it, which was a little upsetting because I was planning on it when I had taken the time to obtain it, like get it from the place I was able to like rent games at the time, which I can't do that anymore. They didn't have a very varied selection of games either, because it was like Gears of War, Halo, and Call of Duty, that type of shit. But I mean, it's... when you look at all the popular first-person shooters, the Halo series, the Call of Duty series, I can't even think of any others after that, to be honest. Battlefield, I don't play those. Gears of War was popular for a time, and I played one of those. Mass Effect is a popular shooter. I played those, and I played Bioshock, and I played Borderlands. But, like, in the large scheme of things, I don't really play shooters for the most part. Unless they have, like, they're very story-driven. Even if that story is nonsensical and meant to just make you laugh. Or attempt to make you laugh, I guess I should say. Not everybody is gonna laugh at Borderlands. Which I am very excited for Borderlands 3. Which I've seen rumors about it again, and that excites me because I know Gearbox had said they weren't sure what they were planning on doing with it after the pre-sequel, which had upset me. Especially after finishing pre-sequel, with the fucking sequel baiting.
Was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
God. I might play Halo 1 and 2 on this cast. I'll have to see if I can get a hold of this to install it. Because I'm pretty sure I know someone who owns the game.
Do you really
the games
find him down here?
For PC.
He always stops in for a few games of Quasar before he makes us drop.
Fist is gonna...
Or I think Halo 2 was released on PC as well. Hey look, another elevator. Hey Kaiden.
So Williams, are you happy you signed on with Commander Shepard?
I'm not sure, Lieutenant. Every time I think I have a handle on things, the Universe Bank's hard to port.
We've been on one mission.
A big gun.
How would you know that?
Will get you through
How would you know? We haven't even left the Citadel yet. It's a door. Open the door. Walk in the door. This keeper is also one of the keepers that can glitch and spawn under the floor. So luckily he didn't decide to play hide and seek. Those are the only two that can glitch out of the 21. Or that are known to glitch, I guess I should say. I've never seen any of the other ones glitch. And I haven't heard like reports of the other ones glitching, so that's always nice. Well, this game was more efficient on like less glitchy and whatnot on console. The PC port has a lot of problems, which is upsetting.
Those were Saren's men.
But, you know, not much you can do about that. Oh, we'll just put our gun up. But yeah, we've already had the game crash once on us.
Fist told us to take you down if you showed up. What are you waiting for? I'm standing right here.
Yeah, right here. Come on.
His only chance. If he's smart, he'll take it. He's not coming out, Rex. End of story.
Now this is our first introduction to the Krogans.
Out of my way, humans. I have no quarrel.
I love Krogans. Krogans are awesome.
Who knows? Let's just try not to get caught in the middle.
Big, beefy, hard-headed, scaly things.
Not now. I'm watching the show.
Commander. What do you want?
Problem?
What's bothering you, General?
I've seen a lot of horrible things in my days, and there's only one in this damn galaxy that helps me forget it.
So if you feel
that is
way,
a shame.
lies about her.
Because she rejected me. Me! Septimus Oraka, General of the Turian Fleet.
You are kind of selfish, sir. And
I think I can see why you're upset. But spreading these lies won't make it
can you really?
Look, kid, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but don't waste your time.
Straighten up,
General,
soldier.
Did you ever win a battle by moping in a bar?
Ha, war. That's what this feels like, all right. How did I let it go?
Yep.
So you think it's that easy? Just straighten up and act like a general?
I don't think it could hurt.
Huh. Maybe you're right, Commander. Shaira's worth the effort. Even if she won't have me back.
This is no place for someone of your stature, General.
All right. I'll go to her. After I've had a cold shower or two. Say, you're a bright kid. Would you be interested in earning a few extra credits?
Why
What
not?
do you want me to do?
There's an Elcor diplomat out there who believes Shaira gave up his secrets.
Why does he think that?
Because I told him. Look,
Because I'm the one who spread that rumor.
What makes you think he'll believe me?
You'll bring him proof.
Now, you are definitely not 8 years old. I want you to know that.
Exonerate Shaira and convince the Elcor.
You are a very mature general. And don't let any of the actions you just did since you were rejected make you think otherwise. You are extremely mature. And you should stay exactly the way you are. I mean, what?
Who am I taking it to, and where is he?
His name is Zaltan. He's an Elcor diplomat. He's over in the embassies complaining about Shaira. Well, here's to soldiers acting like soldiers.
A cold shower.
You know,
What would a cold shower be for a Turian? Because I don't know, like, their physiology. Maybe a cold shower for them is like a scalding hot shower for us because their body temperature is fucking super high. I don't know. Actually, can I check?
The second, roughly 12
No, this doesn't tell me anything about that.
were invited to join.
Damn it. Now here's this asshole.
Alliance military. I could have been a Marine, you know. Instead, I joined the goddamn Citadel security. Biggest mistake of my life.
Maybe you can help me.
Harkin, right? I was told you could help me find someone. A Turian C-Sec officer named Garrus.
Garrus? You must be one of Captain Anderson's crew. Poor bastard still trying to bring Saren down, eh? I know where Garrus is, but you gotta tell me something first. Did the captain let you in on his big secret?
And what secret? Who just laughed? What secret is
Is there
that?
something I should know about the captain?
The captain used to be a Spectre.
Oh no,
Didn't
come
know that,
back.
did you? It was all very hush-hush. The first human ever given that honor, and then he blew it. Screwed up his mission so bad they kicked him out. Of course, he blew up Saren. Says the Turians set him up.
It's a stinky kitty. And he doesn't want to be held. This cat's actually never been on my cast before. His name is Binks. And he's like, meow. Isn't that right? Meow. 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 He normally doesn't come down here while I'm casting. What went
Why'd
wrong?
they kick him out?
Have to ask him. I never heard any of the details. Bet it's a good story, though.
But he like just
Heroes
got off my bed and
classic
sat here. Like, you should pet me. How do you know
You said
this?
they covered all this up. How'd you hear about it?
I spent 20 years working cases here on the Citadel. People on this station love to talk. Secrets are like herbs. You got them, you might as well spread them around.
That is a terrible philosophy.
You're a
It's so awful.
Just noticed that now, did you?
You're a bad man.
Why should I believe a drunk like you?
Fine, ask Anderson. I bet he tells you. He's too stupid and proud to lie right to your face.
The laughing from the fucking dancers isn't helping. That's not why I'm here.
Garrus was sniffing around Dr. Michelle's office. She runs the med clinic on the other side of the wards. Last I heard, he was going back there.
Captain
How well do
Anderson.
you know Captain Anderson?
Met him a few times over the years. One of those hardcore military guys. Yes, sir. No, sir. Can't have any fun with a stick up your ass, sir. That's probably why he climbed the Alliance ranks so fast. The military loves brown nosers.
Wouldn't that be fun though? I've never tried. But that sounds like a definition of fun, at least for a lot of people. I don't know. He earned his rank.
The captain's a good soldier.
Sure, whatever. Dress him in a fancy suit, pin some shiny medals on his chest, and call him a hero. Everybody else does. But if he's so great, why'd the Spectres kick him out? Why don't you go ask him about that?
Quit blaming others.
You need to look in a mirror. Sober up and take some responsibility for yourself.
Save your sermons. This ain't no church.
Okay.
What's it like working for C-Sec?
You mean, what was it like? The executors suspended me without pay. Recurring violations. C-Sec was keeping a file on me. Can you believe that?
Yeah,
Every
they're
mistake I ever made
officers.
went into the books. Get a little rough with a suspect, note in the file. Have a couple of drinks on duty, note in the file. Skim a couple of credits off a drug bust, note in the file. It's a goddamn witch hunt.
Never mind.
You got off easy, if you ask me.
Yes.
What the hell do you know? Working for C-Sec isn't like being a Marine. People get pissed off if we shoot somebody. Investigate.
No shit.
Inquiries, rules, regulations. Every day I plow through enough red tape to choke a rhino. That's how you gotta be to do this job. So don't talk to me about right and wrong. You soldiers got it easy.
You need to look in a mirror.
I
Someone
just
take
said
some
this.
responsibility for you.
Save your sermons. This ain't no church.
Garrus?
What do you know about Garrus?
Damn hothead is what he is. Still figures he can save the world. Always bucking heads with the Executor. He'll pay for it soon enough. The Executor loves to put us lowly field agents in our place. Just look what happened to me.
This is the bad cop type of guy where he's like, all I did was take that one bag of weed. I just took one bag of the weed from the evidence locker. And I'm the asshole who got fired. That's the type of guy I expect. Whoop. I've already said that. Goodbye.
Yeah, good. Go. Let me drink it.
We leveled up. Harkin's cool. He is an asshole though. We can now equip heavy armor. Just maybe. I'm not quite sure though. Maybe we need to explore this further. No, not really. Harkin's not really a major character, but he does show up like he's a recurring character. Pretty much any character who has a name in this game will show up either in 2 or 3, unless they die in this game, which, you know, and they die. But that's one of the cool things. So we gotta go to the med clinic and find Garrus. We also gotta go talk to Shayera and Zeltan to finish those quests. Okay, we're done in the club. At least for now.
Why didn't Captain Anderson tell us he used to be a Spectre?
Maybe it's not true. Harkin's an ass. Bet he's just messing.
I don't know about that. I mean, why lie about something that extreme? Spectres are the best of the best of the best of the best. Sir! With honors, sir.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
I need supplies.
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. We'll
Fucking
see.
Men in Black references. What's funny is that's one of the lines that can actually make me giggle no matter how many times I watch it, and I don't know why.